How's it going, people? It is Liam Catterson here with the second episode of True Calling as I expand my, experience during this show with the first episode that I reacted to last week being absolutely phenomenal stuff. It was a very good introduction that left me very intrigued to continue this journey. Certain elements was not expecting whatsoever, but you know, it was a really, really good pilot episode. We had basically Callisto versus Faith. Well, we didn't have them face each other, but in an alternative world, that would probably be the case. But no, it was a really, really good episode last time around that I felt like really gave you an idea of what the show is about. And it's just very intriguing overall. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out episode number 2. So with that said, let's get into episode 2 of True Calling. Let's go.
Everyone.
I'm sure you're not gonna believe this. I just fished a tennis ball out of a guy's large intestine. Oh, hello.
Oh,
Remind me to cancel my
graphic.
tennis club membership. Lindsay, Davis, my boss. Davis, Lindsay, my best friend.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Good, really. Well, I was...
That's 7 in a row, my man. Talk about really being on fire.
Oh!
Go on. Go! Go!
He's doing this sacrificial move.
just once. It happened once, hopefully only once.
And then you got
I doubt it.
propel. That's the word you use, right? Propel back to yesterday.
I relived the day, yes.
So
Propel's
you were able
great
to save the
way to
lady's
describe
life
it.
because she wasn't dead yet.
And how she saved you. Oh! Wow.
So, you were dating a professor and didn't have my resume for med school.
Well, it's a little odd, don't you think? To work at the same morgue where they brought Mom after she was killed?
Oh, it's the same one.
What? What are you talking about?
Bloody hell.
My God, you really don't remember, do you?
I mean, she was only a kid, really. You're not gonna
kind of ghoulish, don't you think?
absorb everything.
Oh my God.
Oh
Smoke
no.
inhalation. Fire started on the 4th floor around 5 o'clock. Firemen thought they cleared out the building. She was hiding under the bed.
Shit.
What started the fire?
Gas explosion.
That is really. Oh. That is really, really devastating.
Hey.
Don't know if I can take this.
Well, believe it or not, it
Just a
actually
kid.
gets easier. Besides, I like to think we're going to a better place.
Help me.
And boom. Like, funnily enough, you could say this is deja vu for True with the last episode. It would still be very, very freaky.
Oh. He's a fireman.
28 as well. I feel he was a bit older to be fair. See, this is a very difficult scenario though, because you can't really deprive a fireman from his responsibility. You can't detour him, from his duties.
What do you say, Samantha?
Thank you.
You're welcome. She's a sweetheart.
She is, isn't she? She turns 7 next week.
Oh, that really stings in regards to what happened. Oof.
Hold on a sec.
What?
I got the full set right there. Right there.
Thank you.
She's gonna fall for him.
Inspections. Here, come on down. Careful. You never know what you might find down here.
Vampires. Wrong show.
Sure is. You hold that for me?
Yeah.
You see see that? See that?
Yeah, there we are.
There you go.
Nothing a bit of duct tape
You know, it's a good thing you contacted us.
cannot solve.
We wouldn't have found this.
You must really miss his class.
I thought I would. But I know now that it's gonna miss me much more. Anyway.
Pick up the signals,
taking him off
bud.
the professor's time.
True.
You in the doghouse.
Goodbye, Mark. He's all yours.
True.
Oh.
True.
I could never do something like that. You're so strong, Trey.
Wow.
I really admire that about you. Oh, and I'm sorry about
Quite the
Evans.
contradictor, aren't
Not
you?
surprised, but sorry.
For the same reason I know it's gonna rain at 3 o'clock, or that Patterson's gonna throw a 2-hitter for the Tigers.
Talk about answering a question with a question. You know, honestly, I just don't get you sometimes, Joe.
You know what's ironic though? Her telling her about her abilities, it's more plausible given what she's just done.
I love it.
What do you mean?
I wasn't anywhere near the accumulation necessary to cause an explosion.
The leak wasn't dangerous?
A time, yeah. A week, 2 weeks down the line, maybe, but...
Oh boy.
I wasn't gonna cause a fire today. Not a chance.
Well, that's kind of awkward.
Proximity of the blast.
So this was arson. Hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Technically, yes. It's quick to ignite. It's hard to trace. But get it on your hands. Watch out. It's nasty burns.
Wow.
Fire inspection. Spent the night in the ER.
Thanks for your help.
Shit.
His name's Nick Kelly.
Mr. September.
You've got the calendar.
It's for a good cause.
Ooh.
So you work here, huh?
Sometimes a job chooses you. Do not leave until I get there, you promise?
Wow. The fact that...
Very strange.
Oh well. Better than normal. Could you not knock him out with one of the paint cans? Stops him from... Yeah. Oh my god, it's the kid!
Hi.
I'm glad she didn't use the paint can, because that would have been bad.
When 5 o'clock rolls around, make sure you, your sister, and your mom are out of the building, and anyone else you can tell.
Why?
You said no questions, right?
Okay, done.
Cool. Just a second.
Just like that.
I do.
Go with her gut, she's been right before. And...
It's almost 5.
Yeah.
Well, she's beautiful, and she tells time too.
Oh, we're going to go for the... Oh.
I can't. It's the kid.
What kid?
Kevin, the kid from the building. He's gonna start the fire.
What? The kid? Are we what the frick?
So some kid is gonna start a fire? A minute ago you said it was a super.
He just doesn't know where...
Lonely, feels invisible.
No, I can't leave.
Why not?
I'm a fireman.
It's his responsibility.
They'll be here any minute.
Traffic's gonna be jam clear downtown.
They're gonna be delayed by traffic.
Fuck!
That's
Yeah.
why you went in. You live down the block.
Listen to me, I want you to get out. I mean it, I'm gonna go check.
Yeah, come and gotta arrest you!
Wait for the hole and... Yeah.
The victim has a broken ankle.
Nick, stop! What? Floor's weak. Watch out!
Count your lucky stars.
Never mind.
Yeah, just... There's a fire. There's still a little girl in there.
See, I knew we'd have the kids before the day was over.
Yes, but I'm worried about the kid. This is all well and good, but I'm worried about the kids.
Like Sam, she's about...
Screw it, I'm stubborn as you are.
Nick, no!
Listen to me, hey.
I'll be down in a minute, okay?
Oh, what if Nick's gonna die, isn't he?
I know where she is.
Shit!
We're doing
do everything differently. I would show you how much you mean to me.
You had your day. You only get one.
Yeah, shoot, we don't have time for you, buddy. Oh my god.
I don't want to sound selfish, but I wanted both of you.
Oh my
You
goodness.
said your job was a chance to help people. All they have to do is ask. So please ask me, Nick. Please just ask.
It's not gonna work. This is... Oh. I was really worried that we would reach this stage in terms of, yeah, not being able to save everyone who you might get a second chance of saving. So, and that's it. It's all about that second chance. You don't get they will always say you get a second chance at this. And usually when it comes to these kind of scenarios where you get the chance to kind of prevent shit and that, it's only a one and only deal. So, yeah. And I think I said it in the last episode, though, that I'm sure we will explore moments in this show where True gets that second chance, but these characters will die anyway, so... And sadly, it's a case where Nick, he is a fireman, it's his responsibility, etc. And sometimes these sad circumstances do happen. So I'm just glad that the little girl survived, though, because not gonna lie, I was low-key worried, but yeah, it is gutting for True. So yeah, that was a really sad ending in regards to what happened to Nick. And I don't know, I just felt like with the thing happening again, there was that worry that it was going to end on a bad note. And that was me thinking, at least have the little girl survive. So there is that kind of poignant recognition for Nick in regards to how he was a hero. And yeah, but it's sad as well for True because of the fact that she was just there begging for Nick to ask again for any kind of help. And yeah, so... And it's really, really heartbreaking because of how True developed a bond with Nick. And obviously with that, well, with her ex, I guess you could say now, he was being a right asshole, and yeah, got exposed in this second time around. So yeah, but yeah, it seemed like I'm really glad that it seemed to solidify my theory in regards to what happens in those who die a second time, in regards to the fact that she's only limited to I guess one rewind for them, seemingly. Although it could be a case of they have found that acceptance, they did their responsibility. Nick, obviously, as a firefighter, your responsibility, your job is your responsibility, and yeah, so, and with the little kid as well, she was too young to die, so whereas Nick, he knows, like, I think as a firefighter, obviously I would know because I'm not a firefighter, but you do accept that there can come certain consequences with the job. It is a very, very risky scenario, but your responsibility is to save everyone you can. So so I wouldn't say it's completely solidified my thoughts in regards to what happens if the person who you get the chance to try and save dies again. But I don't know, because like I said, with Nick, he's a firefighter, so and he knows the risks in regards to this gig, so there might be that acceptance, but at the same time, I don't know, because so but we'll just have to wait and see, because there's bound to be more examples of characters who have the chance to avoid death, who will ultimately meet their fate. So yeah, but I really did enjoy the twist that it was the kid who started the fire. I guess he did show off some red flags in regards to the lock, etc. But I was really, really surprised that it turned out to be the kid, the little boy who started the fire. So yeah, because I thought it was going to be that elderly guy who has had a dodgy history. So that was a really enjoyable twist, because that caught me off guard. It's the kids that catch me off guard, because I was not expecting the little girl to arrive in the morgue. There was a moment where I'm like, okay, I thought there was a side of me that thought there was going to be death of the children, especially with that boy. And then, you think, would a show do this? But then again, this is a chance for this show is about second chances at life, so they can just rewind the clock in terms of the children, and so. But still, it's a very, very frightening sight to see. So, and given the fact that True has not adjused to this whole gig yet, not only is it still something that she is very unfamiliar with, and it's something that is still a shock when she meets bodies who ask for her, who speak to her, etc. But she's just started working in the morgue as well, and it's something that is a it is a complete 0 to 100 moment, isn't it, in terms of that shock factor, seeing a little girl rolled in like that. So yeah, but I am really, really loving the focus on True, especially with the fact that we are getting a bit more into her character, especially in regards to relationships. I'm not sure if that is a front or whatever in regards to the fact that there is a bit of hurt when it comes to her and relationships, because obviously that professor guy, he broke True's heart, and I really like the I guess subtle way, in a sense, she called things off with him. He obviously got the message, because it's not like True was oblivious, especially when the other girl came about. He got the message, but just the wording, it was just really, really good. So I'm really glad she did that. But there seems to be a bit of layers to True with relationships, etc. So you just wonder, like, is how long is she going to feel jeopardized in regards to relationships, because obviously that professor decided to be a right dick, and she's lost Nick, who I feel like she could have had something. I feel like she could have told him as well, had Nick survived, sadly. But obviously it's going to be a bit of a bummer, and something that will put you off from dating, like just a couple of difficult circumstances to happen to two people that you had a thing for, it's going to put you off for some time, surely. So, especially with True's comments that, she's not one that usually is comfortable in regards to relationships. But I also really am intrigued in regards to because it's funny in regards to True and Harrison. She, in the, I guess, alternative sequence of events, you could say now, she told Harrison in regards to what's going on with her, how she's been able to turn the clocks back, etc., and speaks to the dead. Although he kind of got a bit of an inkling with that, I think, in the first episode. So she was a bit more open in regards to what happened. And I do love the fact that in this second time around, when the thing was loose and whatnot, she was able to save that. She wasn't coming out with the full thing. But I feel like she's this is more so of the case of True still trying to adjust to these abilities, with her going back and trying to create an alternative sequence where she's able to save. It's you want a bit of an understanding in regards to what is happening. But I feel like Harrison will soon be told, because there is that bit of faith that he has in True. There is that like benevolent relationship that he has with True, and it's really, really nice to see. Meredith is there is a bit of that tense atmosphere, as we saw in the first episode, and she was questioning about the idea that she was working in the morgue, more so the one that True's mother was brought to. So yeah. And I do find it very interesting. There was that comment from Davis about the fact that crime went up after True's mother died, or the year after, I think it was. And I feel like, unless there is some history that we are not aware of, with True's mother calling to her in the flashback to the first episode, I feel like that is a bit of a that is very, very interesting. If you get my drift, there could be something that could connect if crime went up. It could be a throwaway line for all you know, but I do find it interesting that crime went up after True's mother died, and that was, I guess, the first glimpse of her abilities, if anything. So interesting. But yeah, I am really, really intrigued to see what's going to be happening in regards to future episodes, because I thought this was another solid episode. It was very sad to lose Nick. I thought he was a very interesting character and someone who I would have loved to have seen more of, but alas. But it was very, very good, and I felt like it was a really, really good continuation of the first episode, which first episode really did establish stuff. And I feel like this was a great follow-up. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!